guys, so this is 1 week post 30-day fruit fast. Y'all, this past week has been crazy. So I was actually in Mexico the first part of the week. So Monday through Thursday I was in Mexico, and then I came back home Thursday night, and then Friday was my mom's birthday, so I had reservations to take her out. And then Saturday, which was yesterday, so me and my husband didn't do anything for Father's Day because we were on the fast. So like I couldn't cook his favorite food or take him out to eat. So I end up getting reservations for Sandbox VR, like a virtual reality place in Atlanta. And if you haven't been, go. Like, even if you don't like video games, I don't care for video games. My husband plays video games, but it was just like such a fun experience. But for Father's Day, I gave him a card and I printed out the reservations and I put it in the card. So Saturday, which was yesterday, we did a turnaround trip to Georgia. We drove to Georgia and we did Sandbox VR, and I made reservations at a restaurant there, which was magnificent. The restaurant was so good. And then today I am now headed to my aunt's wedding, so that is why I am all dressed up. And y'all are probably wondering like why all of my vlogs are like in the car. This is like the only time that I actually look put together and it's quiet, because I'm just walking around the house. I'm at home, I'm comfortable, I'm not cute. So when I actually leave out the house, that's when I look like somebody. But yeah, so 1 week post fruit fast. So like I said in my last video, I was starving like those last 3 days of the fast. Starving, stomach growling. Like, I mean, how I felt the first few days of the fast is how I felt at the end of the fast, and I wanted everything. So the day after the first day of the fast, I ended up I made baked spaghetti, and me and my husband got up at like 12 o'clock in the morning to eat. And I got like, I probably had about this much baked spaghetti, like not much at all. It ran completely through me, My stomach was making like all these noises. My stomach didn't hurt, it was just making all these noises. And then later on that day, I went to my favorite seafood place, and I had shrimp and jambalaya, which I didn't feel weird or anything after the shrimp or jambalaya, but I did kind of go crazy this week. So later on that day, I went to my dad's house, and my husband had brought cupcakes. So we drove 2 separate cars because he was coming from work. He brought cupcakes because my aunt was in town and my cousins, and I ate like half a cupcake with some ice cream, and I had some Oreos. They bought wings, so I got some wings. So all of this was day 1 of me coming off my fast. And then, so what was that, Saturday? So then that Sunday, I don't remember what I ate that Sunday, but I was like, my stomach wasn't flat anymore. I had a little bloating, and like I was upset too because that Sunday, so in my last video I was talking about how Keith Lee went to Wingstop and dipped his chicken fingers in some ranch and then in some Parmesan cheese, and it just looked oh so delicious. So I had my husband go to Wingstop and get me some chicken tenders and some ranch and some garlic Parmesan. Y'all, I couldn't finish it. Like, it was so salty. It did not give what I thought it was going to give. Like, I was just like, ugh. And so the next morning, which was the morning I went to Mexico, I just felt horrible. Like, I was upset because I had not gone to the bathroom. So like everything that I had eaten from Saturday to Sunday was just sitting in my body. Like, I was just like, Trisha, why did you do this? Why did you do this? Like, you was not supposed to do this. So I ended up getting me some coffee, which ended up like pushing everything out. And I was like, okay. So then like Monday through Thursday was Mexico, which I didn't eat terrible in Mexico. I really couldn't eat terrible in Mexico because like the resort food was so light. And then like if you ever travel, if you go out the country, like they don't have all that stuff in their food like we do in the States. So everything was like super even like their pastries aren't heavy or sweet, because it was one of my friend's birthday, so they gave us a chocolate cake or a chocolate macaron every single day. It was so light. It tastes like dark chocolate. So it's like I really couldn't eat bad in Mexico, even if I wanted to. I think the worst I had was was it a donut? It was a sugar donut, but even then the donut was super light. It was so light. I did drink a lot, so I think the alcohol was like the worst part that I did in Mexico. Because like as far as eating, I had sushi, I had miso soup, I had chips and guacamole. The first night we ate, I love barbacoa. I always get barbacoa when I go to Chipotle. I was going to say Chick-fil-A. When I go to Chipotle. So I was like, I want to actually try barbacoa in Mexico. So I had like barbacoa, I had tostadas. So it's like I didn't have anything just bad. And when we went on our excursion, they were like, everywhere you went, they asked you for your dietary. What was your dietary, your diet or whatever. And so I was like, I don't want chicken. Like my wing craving is done. It's gone. Like I was craving wings the entire time I was on my fast. It is gone. I don't want any chicken. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, so they asked us like what our dietary restrictions were or whatever. And so me and my other friend that was on the trip, like we don't really eat, well, she'd been stopped eating meat, and she really like cut it all the way out, and I've been cutting out the majority of it. But we were like, no meat, no chicken, seafood. So everybody else had like chicken pasta and like all this other stuff, and then they just brought us like it's like a bento box or something. Like I'm about to post a picture of it. It was actually cute. And I had like tostadas with shrimp in it and ceviche with shrimp. So we just had like a big plate of shrimp with stuff, and that was it. So I didn't really eat bad in Mexico at all. And then I got back home Thursday night. I did eat, what did I eat at the airport? Oh, okay, so when we were in the airport in Mexico, I wanted a burger for some reason. I don't know why I wanted a burger. Got the burger, was not satisfied with the burger. My friend, she got some wings, and the flavor was like garlic something. And I was like, I just wanted to taste the flavor of it. And so she was like, get a wing. I was like, I don't want a whole wing. So I literally just like cut off just like a piece of meat from her drum. And I was just like, I'm good. I don't have to ever eat chicken again. Like I am so good on chicken now. And I'm so happy because I did want to get to that point. And like my burger was meh. And then that was Thursday, and then Friday was the day I took my mom out. We went out to eat. I had a mimosa, and I had a Caesar salad and some grits, because I got the grits for my baby, but I ended up eating them with them. So I had a Caesar salad and some grits. And then yesterday, Caesar salad and grits. And then I got back home, and so me and my husband are like never off together. We work opposite shifts because of our baby. So but this is like the 1 week that we both had off days together. So I got home from being with my mom at like a little bit before 2 o'clock, and I'm like, let's get out, like let's enjoy our day or whatever. So one thing that I have been wanting to try is mild lemon pepper catfish. So we went to this wing place and we got it. That's the best thing that I have eaten. Before I tell you this next thing, that was the best thing that I have eaten since I've come off of my fast. Like nothing has been appealing to me since I've come off this fast. Like nothing doesn't taste right. Nothing. Other than the shrimp I had. The shrimp was good. But that mild lemon pepper catfish was delicious. And then, like, I told my husband to give me one, but I guess the guy ended up messing up the order, so he ended up giving us both two. And even me eating both, and they were big catfish. Like, I didn't feel stuffed. I didn't feel sluggish. I didn't feel full. Versus if I would have got mild lemon pepper wings. So now, when I have a mild lemon pepper craving, or if I think I may have a wing craving or something, like, I'm just gonna give me some mild lemon pepper catfish. Like, delicious. And then Saturday, which was yesterday, me and my husband went to Atlanta, and we went to this restaurant called Rock South Cuisine. Delicious. So I got the seafood dip as my appetizer. It was so good I got a seafood dip to go. And then I got lamb. It was like a mango jerk lamb and cabbage and candy yams. You know, and now that I think my catfish was still the best thing that I've eaten. Now, seafood dip, delicious. The lamb, delicious. But if I had to pick, I would go back to that catfish. So that's been everything that I have eaten. So this is day 9. And then this morning I just ate the catfish, not the catfish. I ate the seafood dip that I got to go. But that's everything I've eaten these past 9 days. I did gain 8 pounds back. But what I will say is, which I'm pretty sure how I ate contributed to. I know the way I ate contributed to it. But I knew I was going to gain some weight back, because you got to think about it. If you go on a fruit fast, or if you go on a fast where you're not eating, or you're taking in very low calorie intake, once you start eating, you are going to pick up that weight, because you were eating nothing. You were eating no calories, and the little bit of calories you were eating, you were probably burning them off doing, you know, daily activities, like your just regular activities. But my husband also gained 8 pounds back too. So we both gained 8 pounds back. So I feel like had I would have eaten differently or not, we still probably, the fact that we both gained 8 pounds back, like, I feel like we was gonna gain something back anyway. But I am gonna go back on it. Not for the full 30 days. I'm really probably just going to do 3 or 4 days this coming up week. Just because I just want to, now that I've gotten my excitement out about being able to eat, and like I'm really turned off about a lot of stuff now, I just want to re-clean my body out from these past 9 days. So I'm going to do either 3 or 4 day juicing and fruit diet. Like, I thought that I was done with fruit because of how I felt. Like, because in my last videos I was like, I don't want any more fruit, I don't want to bite into no fruit, I don't want. And since I've started back eating, all I want is just like fruit or a salad. Like, that's it. I just want something light, because I loved how I never felt heavy, I never felt weighed down, my stomach was flat. Like, I loved that feeling. And to eat the way I've eaten, and like getting that sluggish feeling, and then that bloated feeling, and that super full feeling, like, I don't like how that feels. So like, I've just been, like I said, when I took my mom out, I got a Caesar salad. Like, I was gonna get shrimp and grits, but I was like, I don't want all that. I did get the grits, like I said, for my baby, and I ate some too, but we didn't eat the whole thing. So it's just, I'm gonna go back and do it for like 3 or 4 days, just kind of clean my body, because my face was glowing, which has still been glowing, but like my face was glowing. And just when I saw my before and after pictures, I'm like, I really did that, and I really was that big. But yeah, so that's it for post 30-day fast. I really don't know what else to say. Oh, I do want to say one thing that's kind of unrelated. So I'm trying to be better about posting on YouTube. I do want to get back in a habit of having regular videos, because I think other than like me posting like vacations and stuff, I haven't been consistent with videos. So I want to get back consistent with my videos. I'm still trying to figure out like what I'm going to do. I did try doing a week in the life one time, but like my life just don't be that interesting, you know. But what I will say is I am on TikTok as well. So like, if I'm not posting on YouTube, I'm posting on TikTok. I'm posting somewhere. So make sure that you follow me on TikTok. And thank you subscribers that I have. And thank you for the people that have not unsubscribed, because I'm inconsistent. But yeah, so if you want to figure out what I'm doing, if you haven't seen a post on YouTube, I'm definitely on TikTok. So, but that is it, guys. Okay, so one other thing that I forgot to mention. So I was scared to drink because I did not know how alcohol was going to affect me. And I don't know if this fast like boosted my tolerance. I mean, my tolerance is already high. It was high. My alcohol tolerance is high, but I think this fast boosted it. And I say that because I know I had like 4 to 5 drinks a day in Mexico, and probably more like one day of the trip. I had a lot of drinks. I never felt my drinks. And I do know that on the resort they're more watered down, which we were supposed to get off of the resort, but it rained one day and messed up our plans. But I never felt a buzz. I never felt anything. So I was actually just drinking just because it tastes good. Like, I'm a pina colada girl. Them pina coladas were delicious. Those were the best pina coladas I'd ever had in my life. So I was drinking them just for taste. That's solely from taste. Pina colada, I had a Blue Lagoon. Like, I only drunk those for taste because alcohol didn't do anything to me. Now, what I will say is we went to a Japanese restaurant one night that had sushi. So on the table there were 4 they brought 4 cups, probably about this big, and it was like 4 glasses, and the drink in it was like a clearish orange color. I ain't asked no questions. It's probably bad. I drank it. I said, oh, this is good. And so I asked the waiter, I was like, what is this? And he was like, mango juice, black tea, and sake. I'm like, oh, okay. Drunk it. My friend didn't want hers. Drunk hers. Asking for another one. He was like, well, the kitchen's about to close. He's like, so he brought me a double. Instead of just bringing me a single since the kitchen's about to close. Drunk it. And I should have known, but it didn't register because I didn't know what sake was. My friend that doesn't have a limit and she will drink a grown man up under a table, she was like, I don't drink sake. I don't fool with sake. Y'all, I was a zombie for like a good 30 minutes. I was like a zombie. Like, what the hell? I called my husband. I told him the next day about it. He was like, as soon as I said sake, he's like, ooh. So everybody know about sake but me? And she just watching me throw them back. But I said it to say, like, that's the only time I ever felt anything. And I probably would have not even felt the sake if I didn't drink 4 of them. And then for me to drink 4 and it only lasted like 30 minutes. And then we ended up like going to this club in the hotel, and I think maybe I just sweated it out. I don't know. I was like back to normal like that. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. But I haven't really had anything like just heavy to drink because when I took my mom out, I did drink a mimosa, but that's a mimosa. So the true test gonna be I'm gonna get me a Long Island from somewhere, and that's gonna really tell me because the Long Island's hit. I'm gonna get me a Long Island from somewhere, and that's gonna really tell me if my tolerance is just through the roof